welcome to Heal Thy Heart and another one of our integration coaches interviews. This is Carine, one of our dearest sisters here in Costa Rica, and also someone that has chosen to step in to be part of our tribe, part of our community, and start to assist, help, encourage, navigate us in our journeys through post-medicine retreats and what we well know as integration. And so before I get too much into it, Carine, I just want to say thank you so much for being a part of our team. Thank you for taking this time, and really look forward to having you share about your journey, because you've been a really transformative space for me and my sister and for the people you've met with us, and I'm super glad to have you on our team.
Yes.
So let's get right into it. So first of all, what brought you to plant medicine? Why plant medicine?
So great question. I was at a place in my life where I felt like I need to figure out what's next. So at the time I went to and had plant medicine, I was on the road. I had been on the road for almost 6 months because the fall previous to going to plant medicine, I simply gave away everything I have and got on the road, just my car and my suitcase and a plan. And of course the plan never works out, because the next thing you know, I come to Costa Rica and then I never left. I did my first plant medicine retreat, and it was so mind-blowing, and I had so many insights. It was like 25 years of therapy in one night. The first night, it was just incredible, right? You can relate to that. And then from there, it was just like perfect for the journey that I was on, because I was on this journey of writing my next chapter, what's next for me, and really figure it out and go deeper to find the answers. I always want to be a step ahead of my clients, and to me that was the next step, the logical next step to get ahead. So got to plant medicine.
Yeah, your journey's been quite amazing, so
yeah.
Looking forward to what's next. So thank you for that. And so a part of that, and part of your integration work and wanting to be a coach for us, also leads into your real life and what you do for other people, like you said in the last question, is like your clients. And so why coaching, why integration coaching, and why this path for you?
Yeah, great question again. I love that. So coaching is just part of what I'm supposed to be doing in life, right? It's part of my mission. And I have a mission statement that's really, really clear to me. It's to empower people to become who they were born to be. And through coaching, I can impact people, I can impact groups, but I can also impact people one-on-one. And I've been coaching for quite a few years. It almost seems like forever. But over the last 5 years, I have over 9,000 coaching sessions under my belt. So I would say I've kind of seen it all, pretty much, right? And I realized I want more, and I want to really fine-tune, because what I realized when you do plant medicine, yes, it's an incredible transformation, but then the big question is what's next? And how do we take the takeaways from that journey to apply it to our daily life, right? And so that's why I went more into now focusing on integration coaching.
Beautiful. And it's been, and obviously I know you've been coaching for a long time, and so integration for you is just going to be this new transition, this new chapter of your life. And
yes. You've
already done such an amazing job with people like me and people that you've already met in our retreat. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
I know that in your real life of coaching, and now in your business, and now moving into integration coaching as part of your business, what is your favorite part about coaching? What is it that you really enjoy working with others?
So my favorite part in coaching is when I have goosebumps all over my body, because then that means we are onto a breakthrough, right? So I love helping, impacting clients to get breakthroughs, and that's really what I strive for, right? I want those breakthroughs, and I just love when the client has those light bulb moment, that aha moment. But what I've also noticed is, as I work for Robin Research International, as you know, and we have been trained to coach anyone, anytime, on anything, anywhere, right? So I know deep inside that I can help the client move from point A to point B and have that breakthrough. And it can be in any and every area. It can go from the business to relationship to your health, to whatever it is in that moment. But what I've noticed with all the work that I've been doing over the last few years, and especially those last 2 years now, I really like to focus more on trauma, right? Because I really understand that when a client is being triggered in the present moment, what's happening is an open wound that salt is being poured on. So there is an open wound from the past that's still open, and that's why the client is being triggered. And so, yes, coaching is not going into the past, and it's not therapy. However, we need to go there once in a while. And as a matter of fact, I have a great metaphor for that, right? Let's say you're the client and I'm the coach. You as the client, you want to go from Dallas to Los Angeles, and you're going to get in the car and you're going to put in your GPS, Los Angeles, California. As the coach, your co-pilot, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to punch in the GPS. We're going to 123 Hollywood Boulevard, in Los Angeles, California, and I'll be very precise. But ultimately, you decide how fast you want to get there, how soon you want to get there, and if you're going to go using the highway or if we're going to do side roads. As the co-pilot, I will look 5% in the rearview mirror, because when limiting beliefs and things come up, we need to be able to address it, but we do not spend time in the past. However, I will make sure I ask you the right question to trigger the answers you have already inside of you. Wow. Right? But ultimately, you decide how fast you want to get there. And one thing we need to remember, it's never about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about the journey and who do we become on this journey. And so I really look at trauma is not what happened to you, it's what it did to you. And once we understand that, then we can create new neural association, we can create new meaning, we can create a different story. And then from there, everything becomes possible. So I'm really fine-tuning on this more than ever. But of course, I can coach anyone on anything. And this is really what speaks to my heart right now.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you. I love that analogy of the journey and getting to the destination. It's not all about that end point. And I will say, since Carine came to our first retreat last year, she's stepped into our life and my life in a big way, and coaching me, mentoring me, not only from plant medicine, but my perspectives in life. And so I know working with you hands-on as a friend and as a sister, and also kind of seems like a life client, it's been really, really special to work with you. Like, she asks the right question, she knows how to trigger you in the right way, she knows how to get the tears to come out when they need to. And so yeah, you've really honed in on your skills. And so it's cool to see you switching to trauma and using all your other skills to hone in on that, because some of us don't want to face our traumas. We don't even realize that they're there. And so I think part of integration is really it's fine-tuning those things.
It's fine-tuning. And one thing that is really a strong belief for me is like, in coaching, it's not about having an agenda and thinking, hey, I'm going to do this, this, and this with the client. It's about creating that space for the client. Right? You're holding the space for the client to bring whatever they want to the table. And I have the strong belief that all I need is within me now, right now. And I'm really channeling, and I feel like I have this huge, I always share that, you've heard this story many times, I have this huge file cabinet behind me that I know is with everything that I need. And whatever comes to the table, it's like the file cabinet opens, boom, the tool is there, and I know exactly. So I never have to be in my head when I coach.
Yeah.
I can really go from this heart space knowing that I'll know exactly what question to ask, right? It's this beautiful dance, this beautiful flow between the coach and the client.
I almost feel, I should bring that up, it's almost like doing the medicine. She just opens the filing cabinets to show you that you have all the answers and to allow you to come from the heart and to face those things.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
thank you.
Very much so.
All right, Carine, and our final question about integration, about starting the journey to plant medicine is, what is it that you feel from your perspective, from working with clients, from you doing the medicine yourself, what is the hardest part about returning home for yourself or for your clients back to their normal life? That integration then becomes a key integral part of this process.
Yeah, that's a great question too. What's happening is like, we hear the call to the medicine, right? And then we figure out the right place to go and do our ceremony and whatnot. And it takes a lot of courage to do that, right? We agree on that. Yeah. And there is so much unknown, and we never know what Mama is going to show us. And then the ceremony is over, and then what? Right? And for a few days, maybe a few weeks, we ran this high, right? We have this momentum. But what we did, we went back there, we had a transformation. We go back to our normal life, but nothing has changed. Everything is still the same. And we wonder, how am I going to adapt? What are the steps to be able to really take the takeaways from that transforming, night that we had, that ceremony, and how do I apply all this? And that's where integration comes into place. I would say that integration is more important than the ceremony itself.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
There are so many people who just run from one ceremony to another, but never take the time to do the work. And you gotta do the work in between. And that's why it's important to have someone that's gonna hold you accountable, that's gonna keep that momentum for you, that's gonna possibly share tools and strategy to apply and to really make sure you continue this path of growth. So it's not just a moment in time, I need a ceremony, and then what? It's very important to continue the process. So that's why integration is so important.
Agreed, and thank you for sharing that. And that's so true. Like, I really do feel the same. It's when people say, "Oh, I go drink the medicine. That's so hard. It sounds so tough." But really, the real part of the process is when you get back into your real life. And it does help to have someone that you can lean on, and it does help. It does really, really support your process of what you've learned and uncovered while you were in the medicine. So, Carine, thank you so much for being part of this team, part of our tribe, part of our soul family. I'm so grateful to have you walk into my life and our journey. Can't wait for all of you to meet her in person or contact her and reach out to her for your integration coaching as having her as your specialist. If you have any questions, you have any comments, concerns, you want to reach out to Carine personally, we'll leave all the information in the description below. Until next time, we look forward to having you join us at a Heal by Heart retreat. Take care. Love y'all. Thank you, Carine.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.